Good morning, everyone. Good morning, traders. All right, you're welcome to today's morning market review. And the class is going to be starting right about 8:15. Let's give room for some people to join us. I believe everyone can hear me. So let's give room for people to join us. So do well to stay on and send the link to your friends to join and prepare to make money today. 8:15 we start. Thank you.
Hello, good morning, everyone. Hope you can hear me. If you can hear me, please. If you can hear me, let me know in the comment section that you can hear me. We are kicking off right about now, so please let me know that you can hear me. And I'm gonna share my screen in a minute. So if you can hear me and you can see my screen, just let me know in the comment section. Thank you. Okay. Okay, great, great. Okay. All right. So first, we are going to take a look at I hope you can see my screen. You can see my screen as well, yeah? Okay, great. So, looking at First Factory, let's see what's actually happened fundamentally in the market yesterday and what we are expecting for today, so we'll know exactly how we are going to be trading. Okay. So for yesterday, there was really nothing much except for the fact that the Australian zone, they released their GDP quarterly reports, right? GDP quarter over quarter reports they released yesterday, and from what we can see here, actually came out lesser than was expected, which is literally bad for their currency, right? So they were expecting all the forecasted 0.5% for their GDP, but instead they got like a result for 0.2%. Then aside that, from the US zone, we had the ADP non-farm employment change, you know, which also came out bad for the currency yesterday. And of course, we had like the rate statements from the Canadian zone, like overnight rate statements for the Canadian zone. All right, so that's literally that about yesterday. Then for today, I think the only major news that we are expecting is that of unemployment claims from the US zone, which of course is expected to have some significant impact in the market, right? So bearing these in mind, we'll just go into the chart and see what is happening so far and how we can actually trade this market, right? So this is UX index. I hope you can see my new screen. Okay, so this is US index, and so far you can see that this market has been since last week actually trending upwards, it's trending upwards, and at this point we can even say that it's already in an oversold position, right? So for yesterday, even though that ADP news that came out yesterday came out bad for USD, we still saw USD closing bullish yesterday, right? Because I mean US is trying as much as possible to make it look like or appear like the economy is strong, even though we know the economy is wavering right now. They still try to make it look like you're strong and everything is fine. So they keep pushing it upwards like this. So, but then probably what happened in the market, that ADP result that came out yesterday is probably taking effect in the market this morning. That's why we are seeing this bearish push that is actually going on, right? So for this morning, I think we can enter in for an instant sell on UX index. We can enter in for an instant sell at on UX index, right? Enter for a sell like right about now, then take your profit before this verified support. So you can enter now and take profit at 103.846 for the sell. All right. So we can enter instantly and take our profit before the verified support. But let's also bear in mind that this market overall is looking bullish. I mean, from the technical aspect, what we can see on the chart is it has been trending upwards for like since last week, like I said. So of course we can expect that this what is happening right now, this sale that is happening right now is more like a retracement. And this market could get to the verified support and literally start bouncing back up. Right. So if that happens, I mean, I just wanted to bear it in mind. So this sell is not going to be for a long time. It's just a short-term sell, right? So if that happens, if the market, it does this retracement and begins to go back upwards, then we can actually enter in for a buy. So how I would want us to enter for a buy, I wouldn't want us to enter at this verified support. I would want us to use like a buy stop, because if I say enter for a buy at this verified support, the market can get there and then continue to trade downwards, meaning that it's going to break structure to the downward side, and you don't want to be caught on the opposite side of the market. So for us to be safe and secure, I would want us to actually enter for a buy stop position if the market is able to um you know come all the way to this point. Now I'm putting it here because this current candle is still forming, it has not closed yet, and you never can tell what is going to happen, right? Or alternatively, I would even say you should leave out a buy for now, because you just don't want to just jump into the market just for the sake of jumping in. Now, if you understand your technicals a little and you know what candlestick reversal patterns look like, if you see candlestick reversal patterns around this verified support, maybe you see something like a bullish engulfing candle, or you see a bullish hammer, or you see a morning star around this verified support, then you can conveniently enter for your buy. Then if maybe you did not enter for your buy and this market starts going upwards, and it gets to somewhere around here, right, and it starts buying back to somewhere around this point where it is currently, then you can put a buy stop like later. I don't want to put a buy stop now. You can put your buy stop later when you start seeing those options for the buy. Maybe the market is trying to respect the verified support and all that. You can put your buy stop around this region 103.982, but don't put it now. Just wait until the market gets to this verified support before you enter positions for a buy. But I hope that you've actually entered for yourselves for UX index for this morning. All right, so that's how we're going to be trading that. Then moving on to Euro USD. So of course, if USD has been strong for the most part of the week and even from last week, then of course we can see like an opposite effect on the currencies that it is paired with. So Euro USD has literally been trending downwards for the since last week, even from Monday up until today, Thursday. The market has actually been trending downwards, right? So and majorly, we don't really have so much information. I mean, from what you saw on Forest Factory, the news that happened yesterday and today, we didn't really see anything happening from the Eurozone, except what we just know from previous data is that they are considering cutting in their interest rate. So of course, investors are not even looking at putting their investments into the euro. So overall, we know that the euro market or the euro economy is actually weak, right? And if the dollar on the other side is posing to be strong, of course, we know how that is going to affect euro, that euro is actually going to be selling. All right. So now, if you observe very well, you see that in as much as the market is on a downward trend, it will do it make a sell, and then does a retracement, then it sells again, it does a retracement, then it does a swing sell again, does a retracement, sell, retracement, sell, retracement. So currently, this market is actually sitting at a verified support level. All right, it's sitting at a verified support level, and for the fact that it's been selling for so long, we can also say that it's already at an oversold position, right? It's already at an oversold position. So if there are two reasons why we're going to be taking a buy on Euro USD this morning. One, like I said, it's sitting at a verified support, and you see this candle that is forming. This candle is actually showing bullish momentum right now. But then I wouldn't want us to enter right about now. Of course, you can enter in if you are a scalper, you can actually enter in for a quick buy right now, but I want us to use a buy stop. Reason being that this candle is still forming. It has not closed yet. Anything can happen between this is 8:24, and this candle's life is 1 hour. So it still has about 36 minutes to run. And anything can happen between now and 9 a.m. So this candle can turn bearish in a moment. It can do like a bearish doji in a moment. So you don't want to just jump in because we are seeing this bullish momentum. However, if it's able to break above the high that it has formed for today, this is the high that it has formed for today. So if it's able to break above this high up to maybe around this region, then we can conveniently put our buy stop at this point. Right? We can put our buy stop at this point at price 1.07802. Okay, 1.07802. 1.0802. I hope you got that. Take your buy stop at price 1.07802. Take your profits before the verified resistance at price 1.07967. Take profit at 1.07967. Then alternatively, this market could actually like get to the buy stop position. It take your buy or does the retracement and then it starts coming back downwards, right? So once it finishes its retracement and it wants to continue selling, right, we can actually enter for a sell stop below the verified support. So you can enter for a sell stop at price 1.07496. Enter for a sell stop at price 1.07496. Take your profit, of course, before the Tonko support at price 1.07301. 1.07301. Hope you are following these entries. Hope you are getting the entries. Buy stop at 1.07802. Take profit at price 1.07967. Alternatively, sell stop 1.07496. Take profit at 1.07301. Okay. So that's that for that. Then of course we have GBP USD. GBP USD also is trending downwards. GBP is selling against the US dollar, and but currently it is also doing a retracement, and we can take advantage of this retracement right about now to the turncoat resistance. So you can enter for a buy on GBP USD at current market price, then take your profit at this turncoat resistance. All right. So because of course, most likely this market is going to get to the turncoat resistance and then continue a sell from that point. So if that happens, we can actually enter for. So you enter for your buy now, take your profit at price 1.25751. 1.25751. You enter for your buy now, take your profit at that level. Then alternatively for the sell, so most likely I'm actually expecting that once it gets to this turncoat resistance, it should start selling back downwards. So that take profit position for the buy, you can use it for your sell limit. All right, you can use it for your sell limit. So you enter your sell limit at the same position price 1.25751, and then take your profit anywhere that is convenient for you. But you want to make sure you take your profit before the next untested support. You can take your profit at the low of today that the market has formed for your sell. You can take your profit at this price point. You can take it before this level. You can, if it continues to sell downwards, you can take it at the before the untested supports rather. So these are, like trading is very dynamic. There is no one size fits all in this thing. Do you understand? So you try to be as flexible as possible. All right, then for AUD USD, of course, we already saw the news that came out for their GDP data, which actually came out bad for their currency. So for the whole of yesterday, you see AUD actually doing a massive sell-off, right? So it's doing a massive sell-off. I mean, since Monday, it has actually been selling, and up until that when that news also came out yesterday, we saw the massive sell that happened all through yesterday, right? Except for the early hours. I think before this news came out that he did a little bit of buy retracement, but after that point, we saw this massive sell that actually happened. So currently it is doing a retracement again, because as you already know, even though we say the market is on a downtrend or is on an uptrend, it does not mean that it's going to sell flat. It's going to just sell and not do any buys at all. It will sell, it will do a swing sell, to do a retracement, a buy retracement, to do a swing sell, a buy retracement, just like that. So currently that is what we are experiencing in the market right now, a buy retracement, right? That's what we are experiencing on the market. So I just want to apply my what do you call it now? Just want to apply my trend line, right? Just want to apply my trend line here, so that because this market can get to this trend line position and just start selling back down. So how we want us to trade it is this. Since it is bullish right now, we want to wait for the market to actually break above this trend line. Okay, so I want you to break above this trend line, because from what you can see here, what happened yesterday, you see what the market did. It did this retracement, and then afterwards we saw the sell. So we can actually enter in for a buy. We can have a buy stop around this level by 0.65732, then take profit before these verified resistance. So you can take your profit at price 0.65847, because you never can tell how far this buy is going to go, since the overall trend of the market is a sell. Okay, so enter for your buy stop at price 0.65732. Enter take your profits at 0.65847. Then alternatively, if the market gets to this trend line and then it begins to sell back downwards, we can enter for a sell stop. All right, we can enter for a sell stop at this turncoat resistance at price 0.65447. Enter for a sell stop at price 0.65447. Take your profit at price 0.65318. Sell stop at price 0.65447. Take profit at price 0.65318. If you are following, please let me know in the comment section that you're following me. If you are following, let me know that you are following me. Okay. Okay. Okay, great. So next we're going to look at USD JPY. Wow, see the massive sell-off on USD JPY. All right, so far like I said, USD is actually trying to, we know that the US dollar is weak, the economy is weak, but they are trying to make it look like it is actually strong, right? That is one fact that we know. And then for the Japanese economy, we know that they have continued to maintain a dovish stance as regards their interest rates, right? As it regards giving value to their currency, they have continuously showed dovish giving a dovish stance when it comes to that their currency. But so far we've actually seen USD JPY show like bullish momentum for the most part of this year. But literally when the market gets to price 150, 149, 151 or thereabout, there tends to be like a sell-off on this particular instrument. So I think this is just a recovery that the Japanese is just trying to see how they can actually gain some strength, against the dollar at this time. So far, I don't really have much on why this instrument is selling at this time. I mean, there is no fundamentals out yet that is actually that will show us or give us reason why this instrument is actually selling off right now. But we know that the Federal Reserve Chairman Jerome Powell and other members um of the bank has come out to actually say that okay, they are looking at cutting interest rates starting from sometime next year, I believe. So if that is going to happen, of course, and with having in mind that the dollar is already weak in itself, it means that we are going to be experiencing some bearish momentum on the US dollar, going from next year. All right. So, but for this money, we can actually move with the trend, right? This market has been selling for quite a while now, but let's see if there is still an opportunity for us to enter for a sell. Okay. So from what you can see here, the market is actually at an untested support, although it's trying to break this untested support. So I would want us to take a sell if it's able to close below this untested support, right? It's already below it, but I want it to close first. So when it closes by 9 p.m. and it closes below this untested support, then we can actually have our sell stop at price 145.455. We can have our sell stop there, then have our take profit at price 145.067. Sell stop at 145.455. Take profit at 145.067. for our sell. All right. Then for a buy, we are also going to be entering in for a buy too. So for a buy stop as well. So of course, like I said, this market has been selling for the whole of today. This market has actually been selling. So at any point in time, we can also begin to see some bearish or some sort of retracement on this instrument. All right. So this market can do this. It can close below here and probably start forms a bullish engulfing pattern or a candlestick a morning star candlestick reversal pattern. You can do any of that. All right. So if that happens, then we can enter in for we can have our buy stop at price 146.149, then have our take profit at this Tonko support at price 146.558. So buy stop at price 146.149, take profit at price 146 point 146.558. All right. So we're gonna look at oil. We're just going to look at oil, right? Before my colleague will step in to take us on indices, gold and the indices market. All right. All right, so this is oil, and oil has actually been very bearish for the whole of this week. Oil has been very bearish, and we're actually expecting that OPEC had a meeting last week, sometime last week, I think last week Thursday or thereabout. They had a meeting, to try to see how they can agree among OPEC members to cut supply of oil so that they can actually drive the oil prices upwards. All right. But then we also know that there have been discrepancies among them. There are some African countries that are saying no, even Nigeria that are saying no, they don't want to cut their supply of oil. Then US oil on the other side is the US zone is producing a lot of oil at this point too. So and then for the fact that economic activities are not going so well, especially for the Chinese economy. Chinese economy is one of the major consumers of oil, but since they are not demanding for so much oil at this point because of their how their economy is, and then other factors as well, we actually see that demand is not so much for oil. Supply is abundant, demand is not so much. And what OPEC is doing is just trying to hoard the commodity so that it can, if the commodity is scarce, then the fuel that is available is going to be expensive. But so far, after that meeting on Thursday, it did not really have any impact, any positive impact as regards pushing this market upwards. We didn't see any impact. So instead, the market has continued to actually sell and sell and sell. That's what we are seeing in the market. So that being said, we should be looking at actually entering in for sales on this market, at least until when this market, decides to do something else. All right. So but so far oil is actually like in an oversold position, so anything can start happening going forward. Anything can start happening for a buy or something like that. But then since, like I said, the market is overall bearish, you can see what happened here. Like there were a lot of small bullish candles, and then we see a massive sell candle. Then here again we see like small candles forming, not a lot of activity. Even the buy itself, like don't have a lot of people that are tilting towards buy. So you see very small candles, and then we see like massive sell-offs. Here again, this is also what happened yesterday morning. You see this kind of small little candles are trying to form buys, just a little bit, and is literally nothing, and then we see a massive sell-off again. So right now, that is what the market is doing this morning again. And you see the candles looking very small, no bullish momentum, no bullish pressure at all. So it tells you that overall, this market is still looking very weak. All right. So of course, we are looking at entering in for a sell, and I wouldn't want us to just enter for a sell right now, except let's go on 15 minutes time frame and see if there is opportunity to enter for a sell right now, or if perhaps we should wait, we should enter with a sell stop. All right. Okay, so this is oil on M15 time frame, and on this M15 time frame it is currently at a verified resistance level. Let's also see M30. Okay, M30 at M30 is approaching a turncoat resistance. Although this is a bullish engulfing pattern, this is a bullish engulfing pattern, but then this is approaching a turncoat resistance, like I said. All right, so I think it is better, it would be safer to actually enter in for sell stop pending orders, right? Sell stop position. So I want us to enter for our sell below this verified support. Okay, enter for your sell below this verified support. So you can enter at price 74, 74.00. You can enter for your sell at that point. All right. And then you take your profit at take your profit at 73.2. 73.2. Okay, so enter for your sell at sell stop at price 74.00. Take profit at 73.20. Then alternatively, for a buy, if maybe for any reason this market gains some sort of strength miraculously, and then it starts to buy, we can enter in for buy stop pending orders as well. Okay. So we can enter in for buy stop pending orders. So we can actually enter for a buy if this market is able to have a whole lot of momentum and it pushes up until this above this turncoat resistance up until this level. We can conveniently enter for our buy at price 75.62. Price 75.62 for our buy stop. Then take profit at this turncoat resistance at price 76.45. Now, you don't want to stay too much in a buy market on oil, on a buy market on oil for this morning, because you never can tell what will happen. So you don't want to stay too long in this market, because overall the market is looking more bearish than bullish at this time, except maybe we want to start seeing some change in market structure, probably from a downtrend to an uptrend. So want this market to conveniently break above this turncoat resistance and even have enough momentum to get to this price level 75.62 to enter our buy stop, and then take our profit at the turncoat resistance 76.45. All right, so these are we're going to be trading these instruments today. So at this point, I'm going to be handing over to my colleague. Okay, somebody said there is a gap on oil. I believe you mean, is it oil you mean, or something else? I'm not sure. Okay, so there's actually like a gap up on a gap up on oil this morning. Oh, okay, yeah, there is actually a gap up. I didn't even take cognizance of that. So of course there is a gap up, and of course we know that when gaps happen in the market tends to correct those gaps, tend to cover those gaps. So of course we should literally be anticipating that sell. I'm actually anticipating a further sell on oil. So of course, and with this gap that's actually appeared here, so of course when gaps happen, it means that maybe the market is trying to like push for prices to go higher. So that could happen like right about now, or it could happen later after the market has covered the gap. So either ways, these entries are very valid, very good. So you can have both pending orders. When one triggers, you close the other one, and you're literally good to go. All right, thank you guys so much.
All right, good morning once again. I believe we're already taking profits in most of our analysis on currency. So for this morning, we're going to be looking at indices. All right. So, but before we go to indices, let's look at gold. Okay. Let's look at gold, and it's going to be a very quick one. Let's look at gold. Greetings. Could you please do a review on D30? Okay, no problem. We're going to do that. All right, US 100, we're going to do that as well. Okay, so for this morning, let me share my screen with us. And if you have any questions while I'm doing the analysis, you can do well to point them out for this morning. All right. So for gold this morning, we're expecting an increase in price. Okay, gold prices move little in Asia trade on Thursday as traders hungered down in anticipation of more cues on cooling US labor market. I believe we know where we can get news from, right? From investing.com. You can always get your news from there. All right. So we're expecting that the price of gold will increase. And one of the reason is because of the fact that there was a vessel, a US vessel that was attacked, and this gave a more demand for gold. So we're going to look at buying gold. Okay, if you look at this place that I'm going to highlight here, right? Hope you can see it. So it said increased safe haven demand following an attack on US vessel in the Red Sea. Also aided gold prices, although a lack of any escalation in the Middle East saw tension ebb out of the market. So this is one of the reasons why we saw that gold actually closed bullish yesterday. And with that, we could actually still say that we could look for an opportunity to buy in the market today and also an opportunity for us to sell. Okay, so if we're looking at buying gold this morning, we should buy at price 231.15 when it gets there and take our profits just before that resistance level. Take our profits just before the verified resistance, buy at price 231.15 and take your profits around 203311. And this is on our 15 minutes time frame. So I think you can bring down the take profits price down a bit to 232.91. Okay, that will be for our buy trade this morning. Alternatively, for a sell, want to sell at price 227.53 and take our profit at 224.99. This will be for our gold trade this morning. Okay. So this is our entry for today. And also you should know that a lot of expectations are upon us as regards non-farm payroll that will be coming out tomorrow. Okay, you can't see my screen, right? Sorry. Okay. So for gold this morning, like I said, you should buy at price 231.15. Take your profits at 232.95. Alternatively, sell at price 227.53 and take your profits just before the support there at 224.99. This will be for our goal this morning. And as I was saying earlier, I said we're looking at traders are looking out for the news for non-farm payroll that will be coming up, right? That'll be coming up tomorrow. So this will actually give us direction on what we are to expect from the market, right? So a lot of people are being they're just trading conservatively this period. Okay, so that will be for gold this morning. We've treated oil already. So let's head on to indices this morning. Let's head on to indices. So for the indices market, let's look at US 100. Some people are lovers of indices already. So let's look at US 100. So for US 100 this morning, when we look at the news and what we expect from the news this morning, let's quickly look at, yesterday there was a news on ADP, and that is from the US zone. We had a news that came out yesterday, ADP non-farm employment. So, and this shows us what? It shows us the number of people that were employed during the previous month, excluding the farming industry and government. And we saw that it came out lesser than expected. Okay, it came out lesser than expected yesterday. So for US 100 this morning, okay, for US 100 this morning, all news are still centered on interest rates, bonds yields, and the rest, right? So that is what is affecting the market this morning. So let's quickly look at this news here. They are all centered on Interesting. So US stocks ended down on Wednesday, pulled lower by mega gaps and energy signs as a sign of a cooling job market reinforcement expectation that the Federal Reserve could start cutting interest rates early next year. And also, of course, the ADP news, where they were expecting 130 people to be employed, but it fell short of about 27,000 people. So this is also what is affecting the market today. So aside that, we don't really see a major news that is affecting it, but investors are looking out for the news that will come out tomorrow, and that is the non-farm payroll. And this will give us a direction on what to expect. So if we're going to be trading this morning, we are going to be trading conservatively too as well this morning. So let's um see where we can enter for our buy trade. So for our buy trade this morning, I want us to buy at price. Okay. Okay. So I want us to buy when price breaks through 15836.54. Of course, we know that this market moves faster during the 230 section, right? So I believe we'll normally join that particular class. So for this morning, if we want to trade, I would say we should trade in between this box here. Okay, let me draw out my box. Okay, shapes. Let's use rectangle. So I'll say within this area here, right? Within this area here, you could see that price is doing more of a retracement. So if you are somebody that you can scalp, right? You can trade in between this particular region because we are going to be expecting a breakout around 230, right? Trade around that region. I believe everyone can hear me and you can see my chart. Okay, so trade around this region. But if you are more, okay, if we bring it down to 5 minutes, let's take it down to 5 minutes because since we are not seeing a major move here, okay, so if we want to take it down to 5 minutes, then we should expect to buy before this verified resistance here. Okay, so what you do is you buy at price. I would have said go for an instant buy, but some people are more conservative than others. But if not, you can go for an instant buy, or alternatively, you wait for price to go to 15817.57 and take your profit just before that resistance level at price 15833.48. Okay, take your profit at that point. Okay, take your profit at that point. All right. So pending when we expect to see a breakout, of course, we're expecting a breakout. It could be upward, it could be downward. All right. So before then, you can also check investing.com for any news for a clearer direction. We're looking out for clarity from non-farm payroll tomorrow. Okay, so these are our entries for today for US 100. Alternatively, if you want to sell below this week support area, right? Sell below this week support. Okay, so you could see that even in 5 minutes, it's still trading within this box. So anything outside this box will need the market to open around 230 for us to be able to trade beyond this region. So you could actually use a pending order for that section for you to break below this area. So once you break below the weak support area, you can set in your sell stop around 15784.88 and take your profit at 15765.55. But if you're a scalper, you can scalp in between these box. Alternatively, I feel it's safer for you to trade above the verified resistance and below the weak support. But if you want to trade within this zone, okay, feel free to do that, but make sure you are scalping, meaning that you are going into the markets and you're going out almost immediately when you see your profits. Okay, so this is what is affecting the US market. So if you also look at US 30, this morning, we could see that there's more like a consolidation. The same thing with US 100. Look at the market has been consolidating in this area. So, and that is because people are just waiting, sitting, okay, to know what the news will be about. So if you are going to be trading US 30 this morning, I would advise you trade below the proven support area in 15 minutes. Trade below the proven support here for a sell and take your profits just below that support area too as well. Take your profit somewhere here. Okay, so if you want to check it, you can check on 1 hour. Let's see. You could see that uh, there's an untested support at that area, which means that our selling position is quite okay. So you sell at price 36057 and take your profit just before this other support area at 36014. Alternatively, if you want to place a buy trade at price 36144 and take your profits just above, just before this resistance area here at price 36235. Okay, 36235. Okay. So remember, I always say that all these are more like zones. It must not be at the exact price that I gave you. It must not necessarily be at the exact price. Okay. So look at the market. You can place a buy stop and a sell stop. Once markets get to it, just know that you're making money today. That is one thing I can assure you, that you're going to be making money today. So that is that for US 30. That is that for US 30. That is that for US 30. Okay, so someone made mention of DE30. That is for the best 30 companies in Germany for DE30. So for DE30 this morning, the market for DE30, let's see what it is doing. Okay, so for DE30 this one, if you go to daily time frame, what is it doing? Okay, it closed bullish for DE30. Okay, this has been a long buy. Imagine if you've been buying since this is first week in November, November 2nd. Imagine if you've been buying DE30. Imagine if you're buying DE30 up to this period. Just imagine. You'd have been making some good money. Just imagine. Look at all the way up, all the way up, all the way up. So this is 1 month. Oh, yes. So for this morning, of course, we can't use the daily time frame to judge because we're intraday traders, right? So for DE30 this morning, we're looking at buying. Of course, at this point, it's retracing back upward. So buy at price 16649.4. If you can see here, it's a retracement already, but we can confirm it with our 15 minutes, which is also a good entry, right? Very good entry for you to buy. So buy at price 16649.4. Take your profit at price 16672.3. You can also go on instant buy too as well. It's still okay because it's going to buy all the way to this weak resistance level. So buy all the way to this weak resistance. So alternatively for a sell, we want to sell. Remember, I said you can do instant buy or you wait for it to break. Some people are, some people are already taking a buy on DE30 already. So alternatively, you could wait for price to break through this support area here. Break through the support area and take your profits just after this, before this week supports here. So sell at price 16614.2 and take your profit at 16591.8. Okay, alternatively, you can go for an instant buy or you buy at price 16649.4 and take your profit at price 16672.3. So this is for day 30 this morning. This is for day 30 this morning. So remember that if you're trading anything indices, commodities, it's advisable for you to have at least 200K and above in your trading accounts. Have at least 200K in your trading accounts. It's advisable. So if you don't have up to that, please stick to currency. Stick to currency. Yes, that will be a better option for us. Stick to currency. Okay. And let's remember that this class continues tomorrow, Monday to Friday, same time, same link, um, Monday to Friday by 8 a.m. So you can always join to have a direction on what the market is going to do. Okay. So also we should know that currently we're in Port Harcourt, we're in Abuja, and we are having our Megaton event. Just in case you have people that you want to invite for the program, do well to invite them. Also know that you get to commission when you refer people. So don't just refer people without using your referral link to refer them. Okay. Okay. Somebody said US 30 is not clear. This is US 30. I believe you can see my entries here. This is US 30. Okay. So if you have any questions, you can drop them. If not, we call it a day this morning. Do well to always wake up on time to do your analysis. 8 o'clock, 6 o'clock in the morning are the best time for you to wake up and do your analysis and make some good money before you get stuck with the day's activities. All right. Thank you very much and do have a lovely day.